Yeah, with Baba, here's you. It's been a crazy few days for gaming in our corner of the world, I think it's fair to say. A few days ago, I was recording Cuphead parts 5 and 6 during the, well, not State of Play, but Summer Games Fest. When they announced Cuphead 2 or the sequel to Cuphead, the follow-up to Cuphead, whatever they were called it, as well as Mighty Cuphead Adventures. And just a few hours ago, earlier today, they announced Persona 6. So 2 of the games we're currently playing are getting entries in their series. So I would like to propose Baba Is You 2, a multiplayer game where you each get 1 turn per turn, and you both have to solve puzzles together. And instead of the you keyword, you get player 1 or player 2. Make it happen, Game Awards. Anyway, we were carrying on in the depths, and it appears that we are approaching the end of it, perhaps even the final stage of it, which is the secret that is hidden in this flag. At least, it would be very cool if it was the final stage. I just gotta remember how I set that all up before. I think the first thing to do was level his push. Shove this. Baba is grass. Is level, flag is level, and I will be having that cursor there, thank you very much. It's interesting the way this wall kind of awkwardly cuts off there, rather than the way most walls would end in a sort of brick thingy here. Probably because of the way the level thing is shaped, it doesn't account for the fact that I could shove this thing out of the way. Anyway, let us see what Secret Stage 5 is. Endless Corridor. Oh, it might be sort of similar to Priority Lane then. Ooh, very interesting. It's very simple looking so far. That could be very exciting indeed. I will say the difficulty has been flopping up and down, back and forth between quite complex and then rather gimmicky and fun. So this could be a gimmicky and fun one. And we got the World 4 aesthetic, this whole thing. The forest aesthetic. Not to be confused with Forest to Fall. Very cool. Kiki is shift, text is float, rock is us, Baba is us, flag is win, wall is stop, skull is pull. I gotta say, when we first introduced the idea of words and letters, I thought that was going to become a much more prominent keyword, the is word thing. But it was kind of relegated or like sort of concentrated, localized in that one part of the question mark world. So that's fascinating. Okay, so Baba is us, as well as the rock, so if I go icy, so if I try and go to the left and do the whole flag thing, I'm going to go down here and break flag is win like that. So it's a bit like that one we had with the ice where we can only move in certain directions effectively. Kiki shifts me, which is interesting. So skull is pull, text is float, wall is stop, and rock is you are never going to change. Interesting. What is the idea with text is floats? That it can't be shifted, I guess? So in essence, it doesn't look like we're changing the whole rock and skull situation. And the skull is pull just so that it makes it so you can't go left and then back with the rock at any point. Because if you could go like here and then... Oh, I guess you couldn't even do that really, but... Well, yeah, you could go this far and then go right, and then the rock would be over here, and then you would go down and it would be fine. So the skull is there just to block the rock as it goes. So in essence, this is literally if you go left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, however many that was, times, and then down, down, down. It's over. Endless corridor, though. So vitally, you can move to the left without messing with the rock if you get shifted. How many lefts does it take us to get over to this flag thing? It is precisely enough. So as long as we can get the Kiki to shift us to the left by 1 without us having to get the rock as far as here, we are good. Because I'm pretty sure as long as the rock is here, we are in a bad state. So I'm assuming it's something like get its Kiki to be you and then have it move left like that. It's just kind of awkward to get all like shift back without messing this up too hard and everything now, as you can see. But the thought process was something like this, and then get I reformed Kiki as you, and there's more in there. The thought process was to reform Kiki as shift and have it shift us left, but that only works. We needed to shift us left. Ooh. Well, we have enough ises that we could use. Oh. Well, now this is interesting. Is it a matter of I'm going to be controlling Kiki and Baba at the same time and having the Kiki like shove the Baba along further? Perhaps, something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to ignore the rock up there and just see all the different permutations we can do with the ises here. Because we can use one is in multiple ways. Is there some funky way to use shift to get 2 words on the same spot? Does this kind of shift do... Oh no, that's the whole point that they're float, is that you can't get 2 words on the same spot with shenanigans like that. Because if you could, you might be able to do something where you get Kiki and Baba to both be shift, and then you put them on each other, and then they shift each other over and over, right? Okay, endless corridor, though. Pretty sure we are trying to get to the flag in the end. That's the only thing that's ever going to be win, as far as I understand this setup. So it is get something that is you to the thing that is flags. And the only things that can be you are Baba or Kiki in this scenario. And they don't have any intrinsic differences except for how they start, their starting positions and what their starting conditions are. Shift always is one that seems to trip me up because it's interesting the way it cooperates with pushes and with U movements and with the word move. And apparently with another word shift, according to the last episode. Was it last episode? I think so. It seemed to trip me up, but I'm assuming the ultimate sort of general aim we're going for here is somehow we're using the shift and U words to make it so that they're both moving each other at a faster rate than before. In that way, it is a bit like Priority Lane, where we're trying to outpace this thing by using one leftward movement that will give it one leftward movement, but our one leftward movement will translate into more than one leftward movement. We are outpacing it, I'm pretty sure, is what happens before the end of this. Somehow with shift. What I keep thinking is that it should be Baba and Kiki are both U, but Kiki is also shift, such that we're like running into each other. But that actually doesn't make any sense, because if Kiki and Baba were both us, and Kiki was shift, and they were sitting beside each other, and I moved them both left, the Kiki wouldn't push the Baba further along. Right, and I have to remember, I was thinking earlier, all I have to do is get the Kiki to shift me once to the left to get ahead of things, but that's if and only if I don't move to the right at any point, because now I'm one behind, and it'll be at the bad spot before I'm even at the spot I need to be. But I do want to eventually be ahead of it, but I can only move to the right so many times, because if I just move right and left, since the rock doesn't move back, I'm losing ground here. So I think there is a very persnickety timing to this. Endless corridor is an interesting way to put it. It kind of makes it sound like this would take forever, but I don't think there's a way to keep rock from proceeding or anything. If we were both U and shift, though, which all that would require would be to get shift and U on the same spot, then as long as we got ourselves up to this altitude, so to speak, and facing... Well, we could even... No, I guess we'd have to face left, but then we could wait, and it would, we would carry each other along, as has happened before. Maybe if we're both U, can we, push text at the same time in unusual ways? Oh, well, yeah, I guess we can't push... We can't have one of us push up and the other one push down in, a pincer motion to get two pieces of text onto each other. I just gotta try... I keep, getting stressed out by the rock moving around, but I just gotta, just get it to break this and then just think about all the ways I can manipulate these pieces of text. Just as an example of weirdness that you could do, you had Kiki as shift, and it was on the Kiki like this. The Kiki's facing left. If I go up, this is going to push shift up as well as break Baba as you. Not that specifically helps us with anything, but just that kind of thing. You can do two things at once, I suppose. In a perhaps more applied way, you could break two statements at once if you did it like this and went ba-bang! I have no idea how that helps. Additionally, though, while I was in all this setup occurred to me, and I don't know if it does anything. No, it's a whole lot of moving right and stuff. But there's probably something like this, right, where you carry the whole situation along, alternating between the two of you. Is it any use if we're both the same entity? Well, that would make it an awful lot easier for us to both do the shift thing that I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I probably should have thought of that earlier. It does involve a lot of leftward movement beforehand, but supposing I was able to get something working with... It's too much leftward, isn't it? It just won't work that way. I've already screwed it. If I just get ourselves onto each other... So what I'm doing to move left right here is not moving, so it shouldn't... Well, actually, this might be okay, because I was just about to... Anyway, sorry! Speak one thing at a time, Admiral. One idea at a time. And so many ideas. Because we're now shifting each other, I don't have to move everywhere I'm moving. I just have to turn myself in that direction. So we actually we might have won now, because I can press down, and that moves them down once. And then I can wait here so that we cross that downward distance without moving down. Then left, and then it doesn't mess with the rock. I wait, and then down, and I only have to do it once to get us as far as here. Right? And then... sorry, it's probably easier if I do that. But, oh yeah, it is as simple as that. Okay. Endless corridor is maybe a bit of a misnomer, but there's more, huh? But it was as I was thinking anyway. Meta? There's another world? Oh my! Well, I guess we gotta do meta before we run into the flag on this place, don't we? No, we don't. I don't know why I'm thinking that. But another world, I didn't expect that, actually, because I thought I had... Earlier, I think I said something about I looked up how many worlds there are, and I know that. And I don't remember meta being mentioned there, so actually, I guess I clearly did not look that up as much as I thought I did. But anyway, let's just grab this flag since it's been a minute since we've done that, and that might give us area complete on this area, or it'll give us access to an entire another extra world on world question mark here. This one just called orb, so we've got an orb. Do we need it to complete it? Question mark secret. Orb is bonus. Oh, another one, is it? Orb is bonus, you, flag is win. Has given us a second one. Not Baba, complete a secret area. Oh, and that's given us area complete. As in complete this secret area, this whole area. Very good. So that's the Crimson Flower finally done and dusted. So, but that is not the depths completed because we haven't completed meta. So there was still more to do, and that leaves us what? 2 achievements? 3 achievements? 3 hidden achievements still to go. Oh, hold it. Wait, what was this completed secret area for? These are both have the same description. Oh, sorry, this one was for completing the abstract thing. So I guess the achievements are just named generically like that, so that even if you did do the little spoiler untick, it didn't spoil you. So the 3 that remain, I guess one of them could be complete depths, one of them could be complete meta, and then maybe the last one is just complete everything? Or somehow it's complete null. I am curious, now that we have completed, this area is counted as completed though, does this look any different up in null? I think this flower is about as flowery as before. But who has time for that when we can get down to... Oh, this one, I guess this is meta down here. It's appeared in the base map as well. Who has time for that when we can go to meta? And is that the only reason that depth isn't complete is because we haven't completed, just like hit the flag in meta, I suppose? That's kind of the feel it has. And here I was thinking that depths was the final world. Naive. Oh, right, I don't even have to do the graphs thing. I can just get it as far as here. That's why they made that cursor path for us. Let's go have a look at what meta is. There are so many more stages, holy! Apparently we're not even faintly as close to the end as I thought. I was like, maybe we're in like the latter 2 episodes here. But I'm seeing alone here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Anyway, let me just count them. Oh, there's just 9. Hang on, wait. No, I'll just count them anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 normal stages, and it looks like 3 secret stages here, as well as a whole host of above ground shenanigans, and we've got the cursor keyword, which refers to this thing that we're playing as here, I'm pretty sure, so we can change what that is, or perhaps make something else into it, as well as a level is situation, and all kinds of stuff here, and a flower. Cursor is not push and not open and not you. Cursor is not you, then how do I move it? Just with its innate cursoriness, then I guess. Oh, and there's something interesting going on here. Is this yet another world, or is that null somehow? Okay, well, I'm filled with far more questions than answers, but I guess we better just go to the stage 1 here and stuff. And I gotta be keeping my eye out sharply for any level keywords around. Okay, so this is interesting. We've got yet a new conditional keyword, which it's been a very long time since we've done any conditionals at all, if I'm not mistaken. And this one is just near, so I'm assuming that means within 1... Oh, okay, so it's within any adjacent space, diagonals included, is what near means. Because wall near Kiki is hedge, and so I'm turning the walls. That's a very good way to teach us that. Is there any difference between wall and hedge functionally? I should have read this. Key is push, wall is stop, Kiki is us, key is open, door is stop, door is shut, key near Kiki is love, hedge is stop, wall near Kiki is hedge, flag is win. Oh, this is exciting. I'm glad there are more conditionals. I was feeling like we hadn't used enough in the game so far. And I was thinking it was about to end. Oh, so sadly. So the wall turns into hedge, but that seems to just be to teach us the rule. And key near Kiki is love, but key is the thing that is open. So if we don't want to get so near to it that we turn it to love before it's had a chance to do the door, we think, door is stop and shut. So it does need to hit an open thing with it, or we need to find some other way to push the walls or something. Fascinating indeed. The only words we seem to have access to in here, because we can't get out of the wall/hedges, is this key is push and open situation. Very interesting indeed. Also interesting, of course, is the why they've put a wall on the other side of this door. It seems like it's to prevent you from pushing the door out to get what you want, which begs the question, why is it like... How could I do that in the first place? It's not as though wall can have text push through it, so as long as I don't get near it, it's fine. And ditto, it's not like the hedge lets you push stuff through it. Wall and hedge are both just stop flatly. So the fact that I can turn some of them into each other does not appear to impact our puzzle solving here. Hot Potato was the name. Makes it sound like you want to be moving something without getting near to it. Ah, well, there's an idea. Move something without getting near to it, huh? I can use the text as a sort of barrier, a protective barrier between the two of us. What I shouldn't do is the way I just did that, though. What I should probably do, it is actually kind of tricky. How am I supposed to do that without screwing it all up forever? I suppose that can be done. So I can't do this because that'll turn it into this, but I could like do this. Oh no, I can't quite do that either. Hang on. So I would have to do this and then like rebuild it. This. Ah, not like that. Hang on. We have to push it along with the text in such a way that we can also rebuild the important statements, it would appear. So for a start, perhaps this. So once there's a word that is right up on it, I can't extract that by doing this. I can extract it by doing this. Well, I guess it's one more degree of separation there. This. But that makes another one take its place. So that's fine if and only if I'm okay with that one being there. Well, as long as we get key is push rebuilt. Yeah, so key is push, like, we can't mess with that too much. Well, hang on, it's okay if I do this. No, because I need key is push to stay. So it's and in open I want it, because now that I've done this, I could do this if key were still push. Okay, so key is push needs to more or less stay intact. So I guess, like this, if I do this, then I can do key is, because we only need key is open right at the end. So I can do this with key is push, and then I still have open to do, use the and open to do this, so I can get the open in the right spot without messing this up. And then now that we have this, oh, how do I do the and open? Fabulous question. And push the key right without it being Kiki who does it. Ideally, I suppose. Well, no, you need all 5 of these, don't you? And one of them is definitely going to end up here, right? I suppose if you break key as push, you could get a word over top of it, namely the end. So how am I doing that? It's like, well, the push never comes out there, so it can't be that, I guess. Nearly there. So I've made sort of the first big leap of this, which is that you're supposed to push the key with the text. Oh, so I guess, does that just mean I have to do the rightward movement second? Maybe that's as simple as that. So we start with this, and then that, and then I use key as push to get it to move it rightwards, that and open become free, like this. But then how do I get the and open? Oh, they'd have to be on the key at this point. Oh, sorry, that's not quite right, because I could, okay, without doing it quite that poorly. There is a way I can do this where I get these words out of here and then I do something like, because this is fine to do, and I just say key is open and push, right? And then key is on the end of that? Yes. That'll be how we do this. Alright, stage 1. He's completed stage 1 of like 17 plus 5. Alright, and then I have to just get this out of the way and stuff is good. Excellent. Oh boy. Well, it's not a very encouraging pace, but no one can say we're not completing stages here. I just feel like it's going to get pretty astronomically harder as we go through this all. Considering we were kind of slowing down in the normal of normal stages as we got to depths there, and then it looked like null was like basically nothing. I was starting to think whatever final world was going to be like 3 ridiculously difficult stages, but it is going to gradually ease us into it would appear here. But I'm reckoning it's going to get pretty thinky and cerebral as we proceed. Why not? We'll clear adventure here and we'll call that as this episode, shall we? I don't want to overextend myself here, and I've got a feeling there's just going to start taking real long. Oh, this has got like fall and stuff going on. No, there's no fall, but there is still this near keyword, which may be involved for a while here. Maybe each of these blocks is going to introduce a different conditional or something. So this one's about near, and then these ones are about something else. But level meta 2, adventure. Text is defeat. Baba near wall is us. Belt is shift. Wall is stop. Wall is defeat. Wall is defeat, but it's also stop, so I can't walk into it. So Baba near wall is us. So if I were to move away from the wall, nothing is us. Our soul is once again in the void. So I'm seeing the conveyor belts could be useful for when we are not us. And near, it just means one of your diagonals is it, so we can get from wall to wall this way. We've got a win keyword here. Belt is shift. I can move that text though, so I could get as far as saying text is shift or something similar. So we're in a position where I'm not near a wall here, so I'm not me. You can hear the void music is happening, and it's giving me the your soul is nowhere, do you want to undo thing, but I can wait to shift along it and get to a wall like this. If only we have belts in such a position to allow it. And I'm seeing now that that also means, I can't really get back from here, but if I were just to rewind that, I was thinking I could move this around easily, but if I did this, I'm soulless. So that can't be done, but I can move around all this to change this thing, but if I break this, then... Ooh, interesting. Wall is you and wall is defeat, so that's bad. I guess that's probably why it's like that, to make it so that you can't just do wall is you here. So this is obviously, there are walls around here to allow us to break this in one of a few ways, potentially, but it's hard to say what those ways are at the moment. It feels like we're going to have to move these belts at some point, which makes me very nervous, because I don't know how I'd do it. I think this bird here is just to be cool, for cool aesthetics. This is the bird in the clouds and everything. Or snow or whatever it's supposed to be. I guess it's more like water. It looks kind of cloudy being in the sky, but it's got a kind of blue hue. Anyway, text is defeat, wall is stop, and defeat are two things that we are, or three things really, that we are saying are not changing. So what would text is defeat prevent you from doing? Well, it would prevent you from getting text onto yourself using the belt. I can push the text onto the conveyor belt there, and then we get access to it over... Oh, well, that actually, it blocks me from doing this. Well, if I push it like that and then go ahead of it, I guess that's what they're expecting me to do here, and then go up, I can push it down, so we can use it in this other thing somehow. I'm not really thinking ahead of what I'm going to do here, as much as I am seeing what they're giving me and what that allows me to do. So I'm thinking the whole point of that, and this is the only thing I really can do at the moment anyway, is to swap it so that's Bobineer text as you, and then of course I can push all this, I can push text around. Namely, I could push this wall word around, and as long as I never went too far away from it, we'd be okay. I can't really get it out of here, though. And I can't break any one of this, any part of the statement without totally ruining my Baba as you. Text is defeat also prevents you from saying text is you. There is that. So without pushing this thing all the way down, actually, is it possible to... Oh, right, because it's no longer near wall. That's trouble. Oh, well, I can go all around the outside of it, right, because I'm not beholden to the walls anymore. So if I wanted to get wall out so I could push it around and they'd let it move me anywhere, then we could do this. Okay. Is it now as simple as saying belt is win? Well, it's tricky to get up in all there. I guess it'd have to be belt or Baba somehow that it is win. When was I meant to have broken belt is shift then to get that is? Because I can't use this is unless I was doing wall is win, but that doesn't work. Because if I try and go up here, it's going to take that away from me, and then I will get forced toward the wall eventually, and so I won't be able to do much with this wall word. I suppose I can get it out again this way, just I didn't achieve anything. Maybe I need to use the word wall win up here. Well, I have to kind of push them both at the same time then, I guess. Perhaps I can use the word win somehow to grant me a path through here? Like if I were to put win here. Maybe if we're pushing them both onto conveyors, then it'll be fine. Because I can get win out still, and I can get across here like this. But I didn't push it. So I would have to do like that. Just to get as far so I guess maybe we'd want to do that the other way round. Because I can jump ship to this one now, and then like break this and say belt is win. Oh yeah, that's fine, because then I can push the shift around, right? Well, I could have if I put it in a slightly different place, I guess. Like if I put it down here, I can say belt is win, and then get onto the belt like that. Ha 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 ha! Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. So as I said, we shall call that there, but we're moving on to stage 3, Booby Trap. Next time on Baba Is You, and working our way through this calamitously sized world here. What an exciting proposal. But yeah, I thought we were much, much closer to the end of this than we apparently are. So we've now got 2 orbs also, and it has to... You kind of have to imagine it doesn't stop there. It's probably there are at least 3, because that's a nice round number. In fact, what if these things here are like orb gates, and you just need 3 orbs to get through all this, and then to get to somewhere else or something? In which case I'll have no idea where to look for the 3rd orb. Very much lucked my way into thinking about the first one, and the second one, well, it just gave it to me after completing depths, huh? Effectively. Many things to thonk and many thoughts to think. To be sure, friends. But the next video on the channel is going to be some more Persona 3 Portable, where we made it to a new block, and it was very hype, but also very scary and dangerous. And that is all for now. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! fewer new cases of apathy syndrome for the last few days. Senpai said it's probably because we beat that shadow. Wouldn't that be great if it was true? If it's paid off. I think so too. It was dangerous, but I'm glad we did it. We shouldn't get carried away though, because we have midterms next week. So let's hope nothing like that happens again until midterms are over. Oh, I wouldn't worry until the next full moon.